Hello, it's Scott Manley here for all my Patreon subscribers, I guess, because this is one of these hot take videos. I said I would do a few of these things. I don't have time to do the proper research, but this afternoon, Blue Origin had a big press event. Actually, it was a big event, but a lot of the cool press weren't invited. I mean, okay, there was plenty of cool people there, but let's just say that Blue Origin really controls its messaging in a way that the Communist government of China would be envious. But yeah, they basically, a couple of weeks ago, they posted this image to Twitter of a ship in an ice floe, and of course, the learned people that we instantly recognized it as the Endurance, as used by Shackleton on his voyage to the Antarctic, his ill-fated voyage, which of course resulted in one of the greatest adventure stories ever, as the ship sank and then they had to try and figure out how to get home without everyone dying, and he did it because Shackleton was amazing and all that. But anyway, yeah, the smart lunar people figured out this is probably a reference to Shackleton Crater on the south pole of the moon, which is a crater which has areas that are permanently shadowed and therefore is high on people's lists of places to go where there might be water available to extract on the lunar surface. So and then hours before, somebody found a Space Act agreement on a NASA server that talked about Blue Moon and how NASA was going to help Blue Origin test their new engine, which was going to have a 3D printed thrust chamber assembly. So yeah, event starts, Jeff comes up and he talks about, aspirational things. He talks about how the Earth is the best planet ever, which is, I'm inclined to agree with, but we are both a little biased on this, given that we both come from the planet Earth. He talked about, O'Neill cylinders and extracting materials, living off planet, building infrastructure, and then revealed, yes, there's going to be passengers flying on New Shepard later this year, which is pretty cool. He also said that there's changes to the New Glenn, produced a new render of that, but most importantly, they announced the Blue Moon. The Blue Moon is going to be a platform for delivering a few tons of cargo, spacecraft, probes, whatever, to the surface of the moon. It's going to use a liquid hydrogen engine. It's going to run on a dual expander cycle, which is pretty cool. You can watch my video on that. It's going to have obviously 3D printed thrust chamber assembly, and they also talked about building a bigger version with stretch tanks that will be able to deliver a lander with people on it to the surface of the moon. And this whole thing felt like it was really aimed at Mike Pence and NASA and the US government, which have made it their mission to put people on the moon by 2024. That is my hot take. Like the fact that very few people were invited, that they didn't live stream it. They had a bunch of kids showing about, we are the future and all that. Yeah, I'm going to do a proper analysis of this, but right now it looks cool enough, and they say that they're going to be getting it running in the next few years. It's designed to fit on New Glenn. Again, that's going to actually have to launch at some point. They still say 2021 for that. So yeah, we'll see, and I'll have a proper report for you guys later. I'm Scott Manley. Fly safe.